Hello and welcome to c.a.t, also known as c.a.t. My name is Rubyace and today I'm going to take a look at a game called Dawngate. Dawngate is a mobile game coming from Waystone Games, which is a new developer, and this is their first game. The game is being published by EA, and I have gathered some sort of sample about the game. Unfortunately, this is not live commentary because of some problems with the fraps, but I think you can still get some nice impression about the game and how it plays out. So let's start. Let's get into the shaper selection. Currently there is 13 different shapers available in the game, and they vary from supports to tanks to carries to junglers and so on. And they have pretty strict roles, but they can be played in different ways, so it's not set in stone that you have to do it in certain way. What you also might notice in the screen is that there is a preferred role or role setting in the video. There is gladiator, tactician, hunter and predator. These roles actually have different kind of benefits for your shaper during the match you are playing. For example, the gladiator gives more money when you are killing minions in the lane. So for example, you get 2 bonus whim, which is the gold equivalent in the game, for every minion you kill. Then there is tactician, which gives you passive whim when some minions die on the lane. You don't have to last hit the minion, you just get it. And you also get some bonus whim when you are harassing your opponent, just auto attack or whatever you like. And hunter is basically their jungling role. You do extra damage in the jungle and something along those lines. And predator is for those who really want to carry. You get extra gold and experience for killing and assisting on shaper use. So if you are looking for roamer or something along those lines, you might want to pick up predator role for yourself. Or if you are very confident about your ability to kill opponents. And also there is a perk system in the game. Currently there are only preset perks available for you to choose. They have different kind of power increase, armor increase, haste increase and stuff, and some others which gives some passive like extra damage, extra durability, small shield when you're not being damaged and so on. I can't really say how the customization works, as it's not still implemented in the game, as this is still in a closed beta, which I actually forgot to mention earlier. But anyway, that is the case. Game is in closed beta. So here we are in the game. As you can see, the buying system is, well, if you're familiar with the Smite, it's the system most likely taken from there. The system has that you buy basic item and then you upgrade it 2 times. Yeah, 2 times. Well, anyway, you upgrade the item and it gains more benefits, more stats, some passives already. Some passives and so on, and it grows stronger. This way the itemization is a bit more simpler than, well, let's say in Dota or League of Legends. Also, of course, you have, well, almost the basic 4 abilities, where Q, W and E are the basic spells and the R is the ultimate spell. And that is the case here also. But on top of that you have these spells available, They were from Orange. They are similar to League of Legends summoner spells if you are familiar with the game. There is small blink, some movement increase boost, some shield, extra damage increase boost, and so on, and even immunity for damage for a short period of time. They are pretty much the summoner spell equivalent, except that you pick them during the matchup and you get a total of 3 different spells. The first one you get at level 1, second one you get at level 10, and the last one you get at level 20, which is the max level in the game.
Slay them.
Also, when you gain that spell level up, you don't get any level ups on your basic abilities.
On all ties pause.
As you might notice, the map is a bit different than it is in other MOBA games. Well, at least for big scenes. There are some 3v3 maps, for example, in League of Legends, but in this game this is the 5-man mode. There's 2 lanes and also there is 4 pillars, which are actually sort of dominion kind of basic objective that you have to keep in mind during the matchup. Controlling those objectives gives you extra gold, or win as it's called, but I prefer calling it gold here since it doesn't really matter what it's called. And of course, by controlling them you get more gold in the game. That's obvious. You can see in the top of the screen that currently both teams get the same amount, but when someone gets the pillar they get more gold and the other team gets less, so
your binding is under
it's
attack.
not that hard to understand. There is some small minions in the pillar, so it's not completely defenseless, but it's not that hard to capture on your own. But when you are trying to capture it, opponent can see you, and this way they often come and try to kill you, as you might imagine, since no one wants to give out free objectives. On top of that, there is the jungle, which is all around the lanes. Majority of the jungle is in the middle, and there is some around the edges also. What I tried jungling a little bit, it's actually a viable way to level up and stay up with your team, so I think it's something to have in mind that you have 1 in jungle and 2 in both lanes, but you can play triple lane with 1 guy roaming, or well, just triple lane and 2 on the other lane. You most likely win that triple lane with, unless you are being heavily outplayed, and that's also nice stuff to have in a way, but of course that taxes on your experience gain and gold gain and so on. But the meta game is, well, somewhat formed in a way that there are junglers in some games, but no, well, maybe I shouldn't say it's formed at all. But jungling is viable, you can do it straight away, and maybe you want to check some kind of guide for it, even though it's possible to do it without any problems, as there is a spell that helps you do it, similar to Smite in League of Legends, which does extra damage on all the minions, creeps, whatever they are called. As you can see, the game is very colorful, which is something that I like. It's also the same in LoL, and that's also always a nice feature to have. It looks decent enough. It's not well, very high graphic game, but of course it's still running in so beta state, so it will be improved. The performance will be improved, even though it's quite decent. Now it's into the FPS because of the fraps, but it's running 60 without fraps, so it's okay. If you are wondering how you can get in the game, currently it's only closed beta. You can sign up info giveaway on the website, but of course it's not guaranteed that you will get the key. On top of that, there are some streamers giving out keys, but it requires of course that you follow those streamers and try to be present when they are giving them out. Most likely this you might get the key when the game is actually live. That happens during Fridays. I'm not giving special times since of the different time because it's different time for everyone. So you can check it out to Reddit or whatever is your preferred way. To Reddit, Dawngate subreddit is actually quite nice for getting all the information about the game if you are looking for that.
An ally has been slain.
When it comes to different kind of champions or heroes, whatever you want to call them, there are some similarities for other mobile games, as you might imagine. That's, well, you can't invent million different kind of combos because you have to have something similar. But so far they are pretty balanced. Maybe there are some that might be a little bit stronger than others, but they are still constantly balancing the game. And so far I haven't met anything that's really dominant. Of course, people are not that familiar with the game. Many have played only few matches so far. And of course, maybe later in the game we can see which guys are actually very strong and which aren't.
Your binding is under attack.
But so far the design is, well, it's not something major and new, but it's okay. The champions are decent enough in my opinion, and they are quite fun to play, and that actually is something that I think about the whole game. It's actually quite fun to play. It's nice, different kind of game in a way that it's a new experience. Even though if you have played a lot of League like I have, it's still something new and entertaining. And I just hope that they can finally so that they can increase the beta state, so it's not only on Fridays that I can play it on other days, as I think this is pretty compelling game. But I think I have given some sort of description. Well, okay, there's one thing that I forgot to mention. As you push down towers, there is actually a mechanic that allows the towers to respawn if certain amount of time has gone. Of course it won't respawn all the towers. It will spawn from the first, well, what the one nearest to the base and so on. This is a mechanic that I'm not sure if I really like it. It artificially extends the game, makes it longer when it doesn't have to be. At least these days, when there are most of the time teams that other team is completely stomping the other one because everyone is adjusting to the game in different speed. So it delays the game from being 15 minutes stomp fast to 25-minute stomp fast. And I'm not sure if I like it, but they have added surrender option in the game if you don't feel like playing game end of it. Of course you have to wait 20 minutes or have a huge of gold deficit. The difference to actually surrender, so you can't just go to the game and surrender immediately. And when you get into the base, there is a big golem which you might have seen already in the video, which actually is quite hard to kill. He's very durable, and that also lengthens the game more than maybe it should, because even under farmed another level team can hold up quite well with that golem. But that is of course something that can be changed and most likely will be adjusted a little bit, since this is still in closed beta and the game is nowhere near done. They have more shapers and stuff being added all the time and balancing and that kind of stuff, so you should not expect this to be the final version, or maybe not even representative of the final version.
An enemy is dominating.
But I think I have given you some basic information about the game. If you have any questions, feedback, anything similar that you want to ask, or just want to comment something, write it in the comment section. I might do something with this game later, depending how much I can actually attend the closed beta, as it's not the best time during Friday nights for me. But anyway, my name is Rubyace and this is c.a.t, also known as c.a.t, about Dawngate. Thank you for watching and goodbye.